Alright, so an update on the farming units for global. I've been asked for a little bit on streams and on comments what is the best farming team right now currently, because last time I did a farming team video was a while ago, and of course global has been going lightning speed with units. They just keep releasing new units all the time, and yeah, now of course the game is much different. Back in when I recorded that video, I recommended Blue Giant DN, but nowadays no. You should not be using her. At the time she was really good, but now it really ain't all that great. So, what's currently the best farming team? And if Blue Meliodas is releasing, you already know he is going to be on that team. Blue Meliodas, which also, by the way, constantly asked, what should I use gear for Blue Meliodas? Now, the set that I recommend and I use, let me go on my game right here. The set that I recommend and use for Blue Meliodas is attack and critical damage with attack and pierce rate substats. This is of course pierce rate right here. This is attack and crit damage with attack and pierce rate substats. This is what I recommend for Blue Demon Meliodas, and it's really how he performs best. I've manually tested with just attack, with just pierce, and with attack and pierce. Attack and pierce works best, especially because eventually a unit will come out that will support him with pierce, which is Lilia. So if you just go all out on pierce for him, when Lilia comes out, if let's say you make SSR gear for him and you fully reroll pierce, well, when Lilia comes out, you're gonna be in a weird spot because you're gonna want to put those attacks, because at some point the attack is necessary and the pierce support from Lilia is enough. Which, by the way, when Lilia comes out, this is, till this day, on JP, months later, the best farming team. Let me go my team real quick. The best farming team in the game. Lilia, Hauser, and Blue Demon Meliodas. Till this day, it's still the best farming team. So you can work around not having Lilia and put another unit while she's not here, but legitimately, it's been what I recommend. Lilia will be a step up banner because all original characters step up, just like the green Lilia was, and she will be guaranteed. Please, 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 summon for Blue Lilia. She is a fantastic unit. To this day, a god tier unit. So yes, summon for her. She is a good support, even if you don't have Blue Demon Meliodas, because Hauser can definitely use her. Elizabeth can definitely use her. Any unit that has a triple pierce rate card can use of Lilia. Lilia is great, and she's a good support. So yes, please, summon for her. She will be in every farming team ever, because Pierce really is the best way to go for stuff. So yeah, when she does come out, Meliodas, Lilia, Hauser with Jericho in the back, either the red or the blue one. I go with the blue one because it boosts both Lilia and Meliodas, but either or, you want to use attack, and again, when I made my other video, I recommend maybe for boss stages you want to use SR Elizabeth, because it was in the beginning of the game. A lot of people didn't have the best of the best units, and maybe they could die on boss stages. But nowadays, come on, you're not dying on a boss stage. So yeah. Now if you don't have Meliodas, again, you could work around, and of course Lilia's not in the game yet. But for right now, Hauser, Bond, and Elizabeth is a fantastic farming team. I've seen word of Blue Gila as well. Now, she's good. She's good. It's just that for speed purposes, the Ellie Hawk is just better. So Hauser, Bond, and Ellie Hawk. And again, Pierce rolls for Hauser, I do recommend. Hauser is great because not only he has 2 AoE attacks, he also has an AoE ultimate. So if you're farming those boss stages and you end up getting the ultimate, just AoE ultimate is pretty good. Bond, again, that's only if you don't have to put the Meliodas. Bond is still good. The fact that he, reduces their attack is also a reassurance that you won't die, especially if you're a new player, and you're just trying to farm these stages for now. It's a good reassurance that the enemy characters are not going to be as strong, and Bond is a good farmer because he's pretty fast. His attacks do pretty good damage when he steals or snatches or whatever the global extorts, the global name. It's snatch on a card and extort in the thing, but yeah. And then Elizabeth, she has a triple pierce, which makes her much more viable than other AoE units, like I, for example, said Blue Gila. I have 2 things. Also, Wineheart. So if you have, alright, if you have, you know, Hauser and Blue Demon Meliodas, you could use, as a third unit, unironically, you could use Weinhardt, because his passive is increases all Pierce allies by 8% in every turn, max of 5. You shouldn't, you know, take 5 turns to do stuff. You should take like 2-3 turns for max, but the extra Pierce every turn does help. And this team of Meliodas, Weinhardt, and Hauser is actually pretty good. I've been using on global because I've been playing global here and there, and I've been using this and it works much better because of course Hauser and Meliodas are going to be directly affected by the Pierce rate, and much better than, you know, any attack support. And of course Blue Jericho in the back I've been using as well, because then both Weinhardt and Meliodas get boosted by it. Weinhardt is okay. The percentages are not the greatest, so he doesn't hit the hardest, but he is double AoE, so especially for activities that aren't the strongest, you know, he should be fine. Boss stage 6 and stuff, he might fall down a little bit, but the other boss stages should be fine. Farming, you know, gear, for example, the stage is super easy, super fast, so Weinhardt just cleans up pretty fast. But of course, you know, he's boosting Meliodas and Hauser, which is the big damage, right? Comes from Meliodas and Hauser. Now, one thing about Meliodas, you know, he's so annoying because he always corroses, but it's no problem. The corrosion, if he does the pierce on the same attack, it's fine, because this card is so strong that it overwrites just using one card and not using 2 attack cards. He does hit much harder than Hauser no matter what, and he's just much better. You know, for the back, of course, if you're using as your main damaging unit, Ban, you use Leone. If you're using the main damaging unit, Blue Demon Meliodas, you use Jericho, and for the main damaging unit, Hauser, you use Red Jericho. So I actually made a cut because I realized my fan was on this whole time, and I was like, oh no, and then I turned it off. But I wanted to show the team that I mentioned, of course, of Weinhardt. I was gonna say Askme because it's all the African back. Weinhardt, Hauser, and Blue Demon Meliodas. It works pretty fine in especially for farming books, like farming red books. When there's half stamina for a speed dungeon, what you want to do is farm red books, because the red stage is the easiest one, is the fastest one to cleave, especially when you have Blue Demon Meliodas. So that's what the one you should be farming overnight and stuff like that. You just click auto and just go with it. So the first few turns before Weinhardt builds up the pierce rate, they won't be hitting as hard, but because the stage, you know, the beginning, the enemies are pretty weak, it's fine. It's completely fine. They should still just one turn it. Like, yep. Hauser. My Hauser has just regular SSR gear with no extra pierce rate, and that's pretty much it. The stage is done, because he's just gonna watch. Especially if the auto picks the Meliodas card. It didn't. it just didn't. The auto just didn't pick the Meliodas card. Unlucky. Should still kill the ones decide. Yeah. If he had picked the Meliodas card, but you know, the auto sometimes just doesn't help. The auto sometimes is just so stupid. If he had picked the Meliodas card, the attack one, instead of the debuff one, and it's not gonna pick again. I picked at the end when they're already dead, but it's fine. Yeah, cleared pretty fast, and then just, you know, repeated overnight. I left it overnight today, and I got like 20 million gold because I left it for like 8 hours. I mean, I used a Lilia team, which is pretty much, it's almost the same thing because the damage still comes just from Hauser and Meliodas, but still, yeah. Let me do a boss stage real quick. Going for boss stage 6 just because, and again, just click auto, just click on the infinite dude. That's what I do. And especially for boss stages, if you just click on the infinite one, it just goes until the raid is 100%, and it just stops you, and you can just click on the raid, which is good. It's actually a really good function. On JP right now, actually, we have the event where if you clear the boss stage once, it gives you the raid. So it will just stop for me, but it's fine because I only want to clear once. Now, I put Demon Melee on the right side. I can't confirm with you that it does something, but I am almost certain that putting Demon Meliodas on the right side is actually better. I've seen that he attacks more. Like the auto tends to pick the one to the right more. I legitimately cannot confirm that that's a fact to you. I cannot. but that's what I feel. that's what I feel, man. The auto picks the ones to the right more, and that's why I chose Meliodas should be on the right side. Yeah, so Chutar in the stage right here, and then the ones in the back. He should just die. If the auto is not stupid and picks Meliodas cards, because, you know, Meliodas is by far the strongest unit in the team. It should be done. No? Okay. We picked one, that's fine. That's fine. He's getting a little bit of a boost from Wineheart already, so it will take 4 turns in this one. It's alright. Just for farming boss stage is fine. The one you want to be fast is the book stage and when you're farming food and stuff like that. But for food, of course, you just go on easy and just put one unit, Hauser, or I don't know. You put Wineheart because they're both AOE. But Hauser is better. Hauser is a free unit. You can kill him with gold coins. You have him. But yeah, that's it for farming teams. That's what I recommend. Of course, you would pick Bully and Meliodas. This is the new unit. If you have him, of course you're going to use him. But yeah, still.